Hello, my name is METİN. This is 107th part of explanation of my theories. According to my theory and my formulas, the gravity originates from the light. The graviton is the photon. 1. In accepted physics theories, electromagnetic force and gravitational force are two of four different fundamental forces of the nature. They say the photon and the gravity waves travel at the speed of light. And they say single photon's energy doesn't depending on the traveled distance, and single photon doesn't obey inverse square law. This is wrong. They mention the massless photon and gravity waves, and they say we detect the gravity wave, but they didn't find yet their massless graviton yet. Gravity and luminosity obey inverse square law, but massless photon doesn't obey. They say massless graviton that doesn't obey inverse square law has not yet been found. 2. Yes. According to my theory and my formulas, I have told you before, electron motion forms are unique sources of the light. 3. Electron motion forms that intrinsic cyclical regular motion forms of matter, sensation, perception, matter are unique sources of the gravity also. Electron motion forms are unique sources of the gravity also. Electron motion forms are unique sources of the gravitation also. 4. Prerequisite for the existence of gravity is existence of free electron motion forms successive waves in matter, sensation, perception, matter. If there were no free electron motion forms and their successive waves, there wouldn't be gravitation in matter, sensation, perception, matter. If all electron motion forms were bounded and so, if they were stayed at cycling only their first cycling, there wouldn't be gravity and temperature. Different concepts, different subjects. This means this is impossible, the existence of gravitation and temperature without light. Gravitation and temperature come from light. They originated from light. 5. There is no four different fundamental force sources in the universe. This is wrong. Electromagnetic force and gravitational forces are the same. 6. Each cycle of each number of electron motion forms successive waves. Point mass and point energy decrease at the rate of 1 divided by n squared, and this is in accordance with inverse square law. One of my formula is wait a moment, please. Wait a moment, please. Yes. One of my formula is En alpha is equal to Hc divided by n square lambda n minus delta lambda cosine alpha. Remember, arkadaşlar's mine formula, energy formula. Here. Yes. N is cycle number or wave number 7. Each cycles of electron motion forms. One, first, second, third, fourth. This is electron motion form in matter, sensation, perception, matter. Yes, yes. Each cycles of electron motion forms successive waves linear velocity increases at the rate of n. One of my formulas is linear velocity formula. Here. N multiplied by 1,884,000 kilometers per second. First cycle, Vg, 2 Vg, 3 Vg, 4 Vg, and multiplied by linear velocity. Linear velocity is equal to 2 pi c. Yes. Each cycles of electron motion forms successive waves. Linear velocity increases at the rate of n. One of my formulas is that Vg n is equal to n multiplied by 2 pi c, or n multiplied by 1,884,000 kilometers per second. 8. Each point of spherical surface of electron motion forms is the photon. Each point, that point, that point, that point, it's not important. Photon. Yes, each point. Yes. Now, here we are. Yes. Each point of spherical surface of electron motion forms. Each point of spherical surface of electron motion forms, or electron motion form, is the photon. This point, this point, this point. Each point. Each point of electron motion form surface has the point mass. That point mass at for second successive waves on the surface, a point, photon point mass is m divided by n square. This is second 2 square, m divided by 4. For third successive wave, 3 multiplied by linear velocity at any point of this third successive wave. Mass is m divided by n square here. M divided by 9 here for fourth, m divided by 16, etc. And point energy, same formulas for first successive waves, any point energy is E. For second, E divided by n square, 4. For third, E divided by 3 squared, 9. For fourth, A divided by 4 squared, 16, etc. So, yes. Each point of spherical surface of electron motion form is the photon. Each point of electron motion form surface has the point mass. This and point energy. This means that the photon as a surface point of electron motion form has the mass. I have computed and I have explained that before. Therefore, gravitation is associated with the photon directly. 9. Each electron motion forms successive wave, total energy and total mass, and point energy and point mass, and therefore photon energy and photon mass are inversely proportional to wave number, 1 divided by n squared, like this, here. Snapshot. My explanation. And my formulas for free electron motion form. Okay. Now. 10. Inverse square law originates from my Vg n equal to n multiplied by 2 pi c formula, my formula. Inverse square law originates from my Vg n equal to n multiplied by 2 pi c, or n multiplied by 1,884,000 km per second, that the linear velocity formula for each number of successive spherical waves of electron motion forms. 10. Free electron motion forms are unique sources of producing and propagating successive waves, in other words, radiation and continuous spectrums also. Except free electron motion forms radiations, nothing can transfer the mass and gravity effects. Now, here we are. 11. More or less, almost all electron motion forms in the volumes of all objects. This is meta-sensation perception matter. Here, concentrated density of countless free electron motion forms at this volume, say as an object for our subjective reality, the sun. But in universal reality, there is only one quality and one quantity, the meta-sensation perception matter. Here, electron motion forms are intrinsic motion forms of meta-sensation perception matter that are cyclical, regular, repetitive, give rise cosmos, not chaos. Give rise regularity for our two of universes. universal universe, meta-sensation, perception, matter universe, and subjective reality universe. Duality, yes, but together. Now, this is Earth, we say, but this area, lower density electron motion forms. Here we are, our bodies on the Earth. Yes, lowest electron motion form density volumes. Volume, only volume. We are, all objects are only volume of meta-sensation, perception, matter that has motion forms, cyclical and other motion forms, together interactions. Okay. Now, yes. Where are we now? Each molecule, there is no four fundamental force, 5, 11. Yes. Nernst square law, yes. More free electron motion forms are unique sources of producing and propagating success C free electron motion forms. Success C waves, in other words, radiation and continuous spectrums also. The source are free electron motion forms, not bounded electron motion forms. Except free electron motion forms radiations, nothing can transfer the mass and gravity effects. 11. More or less, almost all electron motion forms in the volumes of all objects, here, radiate success C waves. I say objects that spaced in subjective reality. At that moment on mass gravity force interactions start between them, and like the shadows or like empty transparent volumes, all objects in the subjective reality obey these interaction laws. Stars, our sun, plasmas are main sources of free electron motion forms. According to my theory and my formulas, temperature increases at the rate of free electron motion forms population, amount, density, and pulling force increases at the rate of the free electron motion forms population, density in a volume of meta-sensation, perception, matter. 12. Other bodies, planets, our bodies, other objects have free electron motion forms also, but they have small amount free electron motion forms. 14. The stars, sun, mainly a certain kind of free electron motion forms that have certain wavelength. These free electron motion forms are sources of continuous spectrums. These countless free electron motion forms produce and propagate successive waves that interfered and had highly luminous field all around us and all around our planet. We can name it aura here. The sun's aura through the eternity, the earth's aura through the eternity, ours aura through the eternity. Okay, radiations. Free electron motion forms radiations. Without this medium and its internal laws that meta-sensation, perception, matter has intrinsically, there wouldn't be mass effects and gravity. This medium is the reason of the sun's pulling force on the earth, say. 15. Each object has this type aura. This power of objects, radiation, mediums, auras relates to amount of their free electron motion forms. Yes, now, finally, left side, my theory, formulas, predictions, okay? Right side, observations, free-fall observations. Here, left side, pulled object. This is, say, single electron motion form. say pulling this, okay? Here, for the first cycle, its linear velocity is 2 pi c. For second, 2 multiplied by linear velocity. For third, 3 multiplied by linear velocity. For fourth, 4 multiplied by linear velocity, okay? N equal 1, N equal 2, N equal 3.